my name is Kintinue, and this is Unrest. Unrest is part of Games Matter, which spotlights indie games, their developers, and all their great creations that they are making at the time. So if you'd like to learn more about Games Matter, which is an excellent campaign, I fully love the program, be sure to check out games-matter.com, check out the hashtag Games Matter, and you can also check out Games Matter HQ on Twitter. All of that will be linked in the description below. Make sure you give it a look. This game I've kind of been sitting on for a few weeks just because I've really wanted to play it, but certain things couldn't be loaded at the time, just waiting for the right time. So I'm very excited to check it out and to show you guys because I haven't gotten to play. So let's get started. So there's two different difficulties. You can play as a myth or a mortal. Time itself can twist to aid those touched by destiny, which means multiple saves are allowed, whereas with mortal, it's Iron Man mode. And since this is our first time through, we're going with myth. Just saying. But this is what I'm going. I am Asha, sole heir to the throne of, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation and I am so sorry, Burma, 12 years old. Burma, a city built by your ancestors, has stood for almost 2 centuries. At its prime, Burma was a sight to behold, a prosperous center of trade and an example to other kingdoms. However, those days are long gone. It's been many months since rainfall and the earth is nearly bone dry. I'm sorry, the earth is dry as a bone. There's not enough food to go around and the underclass are starting to get desperate. Today, Asha's parents hope to reverse Burma's troubles. They are poised to make their decision that will redeem them in the public's eye or condemn them. Let's look at our traits. So I can be a princess or I can be a native and never have left the palace. Okay, here we go. Palace guard, what do you say, sir? Good morning, my sovereign. Okay. Well, talk to this guy. What you say, guy? Hey, guy. Actually, it's scary out there, but you're the princess. Then people need to know their princess is here for them in big important days like this. It's not scary. I've seen mobs before. People don't want to see me. Every time they do, they yell. I don't like it. Can't I be there for them in here, or can't we just have the treaty signed here? Huh. Let's be brave. I know you have. You understand that the mobs aren't your parents' fault, right? Your parents can't control the droughts or the famines. They can't give homes to everyone in the slums. I think the mobs understand that deep down. Everyone sure acts like it's our fault, but they are signing a treaty. People don't like the treaty, so isn't that their fault? No, I know. Mama and Papa already explained everything. We'll go with that. However angry people get, never forget your parents were born to rule this city. They need you just like it needs you. If times are hard and things are scary, it isn't because your parents have failed. It's need you more than that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I missed that part. I didn't see what he said. Okay. My bad. So I have a map. Whoa. I can pause. I can look at my traits. I have a journal. The treaty. Oh, so I need to wave to the crowds below. Oh, holy cow. Okay. Well, if I need to wave, shouldn't I go to wherever I'm supposed to go? Let's go over here. There you are. Your ambassadors will be here soon. You won't have time to go out and greet them. These soldiers will protect you while you address the mobs outside. Nothing formal. Just wave and tell them we care about them. If they know we're listening, they won't be quite as angry. But we're not listening or signing the treaty anyway. I don't think this sounds safe. I understand. We're gonna be brave. You won't have to leave the courtyard's wall tops, I promise you. Just go there and tell the people it'll be okay. We'll just say okay. Good. Don't stray from the guards. When the ambassadors do arrive, do show them your greetings and learn in their language. I bet they'll be impressed. To his men, keep an eye on her. We need things to run smoothly. They'll be here any minute. Okay. Alright. So I've already talked to him, though. I don't need to talk to them. Go on, then. Okay. Fabulous. Here we go. Oh, boy. Alright. Wait, what? Why am I... What happened here? Okay, I'm the chief ambassador. So the previous character was 12. This one's 56. It swallowed its long-standing animosity towards your empire because its fortunes are dire. The failure of the monsoon has left Burma's harvest weak and people desperate. As a peace offering, they took refugees from the empire colonies into their own city slums. Now they offer goods for food. Alright, so they can use such a trade, the opportunity to send more immigrants over. They've sent you to hammer out the terms, the last job before you retire. But from the riots when you arrived, it seems not everyone is in favor of the deal. Okay. Here we go. Feel like I'm gonna be sick. Where are their leaders? Aren't they supposed to be here already? Nothing is simple in politics. Just keep your head straight. You'll see the tactic all the time. Pretending like... Switch to their language. Don't make them paranoid. We'll go with this. Okay. Royal guards, greet us. Royal guards, funnel us here. Royal guards, keep us here. No royalty. I'm starting to feel very unappreciated. I'm starting to feel like the humans don't like the regular shipments of food and medicine after all. Stay calm. I won't say it again. Threats are good. Maybe we'll get to threats later. Let's just say stay calm. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point, and I'm kind of nervous that I'm making terrible, terrible mistakes, but that's okay. I'm putting a lot of faith in your confidence. Well then, what do we do while we wait? Talk to the other lesser humans? Correct. Remember, make friends. Friends of yours who are not politeness. Impress them with your grace. Okay, so this one's encouraging and this one's calm. Let's be encouraging. Okay, go away. Who are all these people? Oh, that's my bodyguard. What do you say? You'll talk to me. Alright, I got a good look at the slums that are situated on my way in. Technically, they don't occupy any of what's considered Burma's traditional footing. There's no right or wrong answer, but I think if it could be argued they aren't subject to Burma's laws, they certainly don't seem very interested in enforcing much order out there. That's less than satisfactory. We've got refugees out there. They deserve some protection. It's fair. The slums don't really matter one way or the other in the end of our political interests. An unregulated slum on the outskirts of a weakened city, that sounds dangerous. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna pretend like we're happy with our people and we want our people to be safe. Okay. But I imagine if we weren't... Okay. People have been rightfully scared of the slums. I'd be interested to see what the plans humans have for them. Okay. Let's talk to this guy. I can't talk to this guy. Can I talk to this guy? Yes. I heard you and your cohort socializing. Such an interesting language. Tell me, is it possible for a human to learn it? Oh, indeed. The royal family already has. Oh, you know, difficult to say. Oh, yes. I'm sure you're all... Okay. We'll just be polite. Oh, well, I hope you don't mind keeping to our tongue as long as you're inside our city, do you? It'd be a great courtesy for those who... Does this mean that I'm intimidated by others or that people are intimidated by me? I will speak to a human. I will speak to a human language naturally. We'll go with the diplomatic answer here. Oh, we've been there. I'm sure we've been guilty more. Okay, okay, fabulous. We're being polite. What do you have to say? Admiral and I rode in from our home on our lands just to meet you in person and for a few days' escape. How was your journey? Pleasant? It was reasonably comfortable, thank you. Oh yes, I always appreciate a chance to travel to places without a thick canopy. Your country size is... Oh, let's not be a doucher. My mother and father visited the territories on a diplomatic journey. They said your homeland was lovely, so abundant with resources. It makes me wonder why you need the empire at all. Access to metals and ports are a factor. Well, that's not my job. I broker trade alliances. I like to think of it as... Okay, yeah, don't be a doucher. Be diplomatic. You should talk to us if you ever want a place to stay while you're on business. Our estate is very comfortable, and we would be pleased to do anything to facilitate trade and good relations. It's been a long time past we've reached out, don't you think? And we to you, it will require a lot of work, frankly, and we passed our riots on the way in. Now what... Now that you absolutely need us, you mean? Be polite. Hope it all goes well with the treaty. This turned into the worst year of... Okay. Well, see, we're being polite. I hope we're not being overly polite. It's very possible that we're being overly polite, but I'd like to think that we're not. Okay, let's go this way. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. We'll go talk to this guy. Hey, dude. What's going on? Have you been here long in the city? As you might know, we give the slums a wide berth. There are many fine things to see here. A walk might be in order after the treaty's signed, yes? I'm sure there won't be much to do, but perhaps it can be arranged. Oh, I don't walk. I haven't got the legs for it. I don't think so. I'm primarily here for business. There you go. Ah, in all seriousness, please keep it true. Don't worry about the slums. I have an excellent armed guard. Don't trust the city plotters. They've never seen anything outside of a drill. In all seriousness, I'd be pleased to if we have time naturally. Business takes priority. That seems like... Okay, we'll just say that. Okay, so... I don't know. There won't be that much to do. How much negotiating? Dude, do you have to, like, have me spell this out for you? I'm being polite. I don't give a shit. Okay. We have a few resources that we can use. We've got the food to keep ourselves alive. All you have to do is go in there and throw it in their face, and they'll give you whatever you want, or go down into history as royals that duped us all. I doubt it will be that straightforward, probably, but I expect a lot of overhead. You understand? I beg your pardon, but what exactly is this? We'll be diplomatic. If you don't want to talk now, I understand. Just remember, you always have friends here. Okay, well, that's great. I think I'm too much of a pacifist, because I'm too much of a pacifist in real life. So I'm gonna say that that's... Oh, the royals are in the garden, not the palace. Well, fuck me sideways. Okay, come this way. Can I come this way? Yes. Okay. So they're in the garden. Is this the garden? What do you say? He doesn't seem frightened, just fascinated. Okay, well, isn't this the garden? Maybe not. Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I can't go that way anyway. Alright, well, here we go. Do I have a map that shows me where the gardens are? Not yet. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay, cool. I can go this way now. Alright. Let's go over here. Let's talk to this way. Hello? Warm greetings. I'm a priestess and an advisor to the royal family. I've been asked to offer apologies for their lateness. We will remain patient. I would know the reason. Not at all. I understand. Be polite. I have to admit, I'm a little comfortable with face-to-face talks and formal political meetings. If you're finished with all your other business here, I'd like to talk to you about a few things before the treaty signing is underway. Then let's talk. I'll speak to you later. I think I've had about enough conversation for you. Well, let's just talk. I know there were angry moms when you entered that there's a young priest in the temple district, a man named Renovere who... That's not his name. Who brings bread to starving slum dwellers. Apparently he's been claiming that the Naga refugees in our slums are responsible for Burma's continued misfortunes, as though you caused the drought just for being here. He's a lunatic, and we'll bring him to heel. I appreciate the effort. This is troubling for our refugees and immigrants who will be... Let's be stern here. Let's just do this. We're taking steps. We've hired a mercenary captain and his company to provide permanent defensive perimeter around the slums to prevent anyone from crossing over into the city where proper IC guard signal. Well, now, wait a second. I don't... Let's give a... Alright, since we're already running late, we'll just have to skip the fun parts. No introduction, chatting, food tasting, and other stuff that makes you want to get up in the morning and actually sign one of these things. With apologies, this treaty is exactly why I got up in the morning. This is the best part. Whatever suits you, polite. Okay, let's be proud. Really, I wish we had a few nobles like you, I think. And do a decent days of work. Well, that's one thing he can do that I can't. Ha ha! Jokes. So, is this mean... I don't know, like, if this means... Okay. Right you are. Now, where would you like to begin? I leave that very much up to you. We're here to discuss the terms of the contract, so we'll settle that first. The contract can wait. Let's talk about the angry mob that greeted us. You'll be quite pleased to know that most of what you've offered we're prepared to accept outright. We're not going to haggle over trade routes and schedules you prepared. Our only concern regards your immigrants. 100 merchants, craftsmen, and skilled laborers over the next month. What seems to be the problem? I know it's rather a lot, but you'll benefit in the long term. There are no more here. We understand the needs. The slums are a constant reminder of how poor environments can jeopardize honest tradesmen. But with the first problem here, we can't guarantee your skilled workers will find employment in the city, not when so many of our own have been rendered destitute. Well, that's kind of, I understand your reservations. I won't hold you accountable for the results. No, that's stupid. A fair point. Perhaps the number can be lowered. Our trade will make your city, the merchants here, rich. We'll do this. That depends. What did you have in mind? I'll make them 3/4 now. The rest you can take later. Half now. The rest later. We'll some 20. Half now. The house. Okay, fine. That'll have to do. Okay, good. So there. Look, I'm being helpful. We had meant to talk about the unfortunate okay, some parts of the city. We really do not believe it constitutes a threat after all. Refugees remain, and our slums have lived there free of harm for months. I trust you have things under control. How are you addressing the situation? Let's just ask, because I don't know. We aren't exactly sure of what the roots of the discontent are. Ignorance, I suppose, and justified fear, but we know that the mob was the work of one of the priests. Yes, so we've already kind of talked about this. What has he learned? What grievances can we address? Let's... I want both. Can I ask both? He's unusual. He claims, let's see, temple service sent him a vision of how to end the drought and bring prosperity to the slums. It involves many things, but the key point is that we should shun your empire. He is not responsive to most attempts of negotiation. I see, so the problem needed solution. Perhaps I should meet with him. Let's be diplomatic. Because why not? Why not be diplomatic? Okay. I'm sure he'd be willing to speak with you, but I doubt he'd be willing to listen. No, we need another solution. Sounds as though exile is called for. I'd put him to death for his followers be turned against him. We're fretting too much about him. Let's ask this. Let's be bold. I have a few plans myself, but they will require resources, and we're rather thin on those, for which will be explained shortly. So we'll have to wait him out. Then my suggestions are appropriate. What will you do? I can give you extra resources for the duration of this threat if it seems appropriate. Oh God! Let's be helpful. You're welcome. Is there one more thing then, isn't there? This is your idea. Do you want to explain it? I have already heard much of our profits from this trade exchange will go towards retaining the services of a mercenary company. They will provide a barrier between the city proper and the slums. With luck, they'll eventually be able to keep peace in the slums. To me, that sounds like a terrible idea. I feel like this has been played out in a movie before, and it's never a good idea to try to, like, keep the bad people out of the city, because then it just causes more problems with the bad people, and then eventually they uprise and they take over the city, and then everybody else dies. Let's be straightforward. Alright, it will not be easy to house. We need to clear our areas and slums as soon as our own city dwellers. Obviously means mercenaries are in your interests as well as ours. Okay. Okay, currently this is not therefore a bunch of mercenary arrives. You, my wife, and myself venture out into the slums under the personal guard of these men. Naturally, you are at liberty to refuse. I don't feel that I should have to do this. Not at all. I've relished the opportunity. If you will go with me, I see no feel. There seems unwise. Perhaps refugees can be brought here. We'll be diplomatic. I don't think it's a good idea, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Alright, fabulous. Well, then, let's go this way. I don't really know. What's in there? Can I get in there? No? I'm sorry, but the king and queen are discussing other important matters. You should return. Okay. Wait! There's a banquet? But I thought you had no resources! Oh, so I can't go this way? I'm confused. Can I go this way? This is the way I'm going. This is what's happening. Okay, I think my people were down here somewhere. Let's go down here. Yep, there's my people. You're gonna go with them into the slums? Are you sure about this? The royals will be going with me. Burma won't let it harm its own rulers. It's risky, yes, but good faith gesture. Okay, peace. We just learned half an hour of people telling us how much they love us, while meanwhile, just beyond the palace walls, there's riots breaking out because we dared to show up. This place isn't even at peace with itself. There. We'll just do that. Okay, I don't know about this. Neither do I, but either I live or history remembers me forever. That's a better deal than many of us get. Needs to prove it can take care of itself, and if it fails the test, well, I suppose the rest will be up to you, or you'll do fine. Everything will be fine. We'll go diplomatic. Okay, that's not what I mean. I mean, I can shake this feeling that nothing we did just matters. I feel like when they tell the story 100 years from now, they'll spend a breath on what they accomplished at the party before moving onwards. Okay. I know, I'm sorry. Please, let's just gather. Okay. The deal was signed later that night. 2 months later, they would venture out with the royal family, the court spy, and the contingent of Captain only. Oh, so I died. Fabulous. Oh, how convenient. Nice. Very interesting. Well, my name is Kintinue, and this is Unrest. This game, lots of different things can happen here. I'd really like to keep going. I might check this out more if you guys are into it. But yeah, so this game is part of the Games Matter movement. Feel free to check that out and learn more about it. And don't die.